Welcome to the Psychic Pinup Podcast, the anything and everything spiritual podcast where we dive into hot topics, readings, viewer questions, and more. Thank you for tuning in. Now, sit back, relax, and let's dive right into it.
Hello, beautiful souls, and welcome back to another episode of the Anything and Everything Spiritual Podcast by me, Linda, the Psychic Pinup. I'm so glad to have you all here listening. So whether you're a long-time listener or just tuning in for the first time, welcome. This space is all about exploring the spiritual, the unseen, the intuitive, and the magical. And today's episode is one that so many of you have been asking me about, not just on live feed, which I do every Tuesday evening on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, but also in general passing at expos, and even when people come in for face-to-face readings with me. Today we're diving into signs from spirit, how our loved ones, our guides, and the universe sends messages to us. And also why we so often miss them, even when they're right in front of us. So let's take a breath, grab yourself a cuppa, and let's open the door to spirit together. I would like to start with this truth. Spirit doesn't always speak in words. Me personally, I think Hollywood has a lot to answer for. I think a lot of people think that these magical things will happen when we connect to spirit, and that is just simply not the case. Spirit, our loved ones, the universe, they will speak in signs, nudges, symbols and feelings. Best example, which so many of you do refer to and speak about to me as well. Have you ever looked at the clock and seen 11:11 or 1111 or 111? And then you feel that little buzz, that buzz of magic. Or you get goosies, the goosebumps. It's not just a coincidence. I will say that this is a whisper from beyond. So other examples or other ways that spirit commonly communicates with us is through the repeat numbers. Yes, the 111, but we can also see 333. 444, 555, and so on and so on and so on. Or a sequence of numbers repeatedly, 1, 2, 3, 4, or 787. A lot of people get on my live feeds and they ask me, they say, Linda, what does 222 stand for? What does 919 stand for? What does all that mean? And this is when I'll say to you, I'm no expert when it comes to numbers and numerology. That's just not my forte. I'll leave that to the professionals, the numerologists. This is where I will say that Google can be your best friend, and get into the habit of Googling spirit numbers. There's always messages attached to those numbers. Another great example of signs are songs on the radio that feel like they were meant for you. Finding feathers. Bit cliche, yes, I know that, but finding feathers. Coins, also a little bit cliche, but yes, they do happen. Or seeing the same animal over and over again. Why? Why all of a sudden that they are showing themselves to you? Let's get a little bit more in depth here. Technology glitches. Me personally, happens to me all the time, particularly when I'm doing back-to-back or a lot of mediumship readings and I'm doing them through Zoom. Um, it's not uncommon for my computer to drop out or my internet to drop out. It's like there's a lot of energy there, and they are trying to communicate through technology. Also, flickering of lights, classic example that your loved ones are trying to connect with you or give you signs from the other side to let you know that they are there, they are with you, and they are okay. Vivid dreams. I get so many people saying to me, I've dreamt of my mum or I dreamt of my dad, and it's just so real, and it was like we were still together, and it's like I can't explain that feeling. I can promise you this, that these are visitations. This is your loved ones visiting you on the 5D. That's when we dream. They are visiting you on the 5D and you're having that beautiful moment together. Treasure them. They are real. Sometimes you may even get a gut feeling that someone is with you. You may get that sensation. Somebody's standing behind you. You turn around, nobody's there. Somebody is there with you. I can promise you that. I had a client once. She had just lost somebody very dear to her. I did her reading for her. She would have been there for about 45 minutes. And as we were finishing the reading, she got up to leave my studio. And down on the floor there was a 5-cent piece. I don't know where it came from. I'd only just vacuumed that place earlier before my client came in, so I don't know where it came from. I asked her, did you drop something on the way in? Is that your 5-cent piece? Because I knew it wasn't mine. That woman burst into tears. That 5-cent piece was the exact sign she had asked for. That's not random. That's spirit. So why do we miss these signs? Honestly, life gets loud. We're busy. We're distracted. We're in our heads. We doubt ourselves. We think, was that just my imagination? Oh, I'm probably overthinking it. But this is the thing. Spirit doesn't shout. They whisper. And signs can be very subtle. And if you think about all those whispers that they are always giving us, more often than not, they're getting drowned out when we're rushing, doubting, trying too hard in our heads. So I'll put this one to you guys. If you've been feeling like spirit is quiet, maybe, just maybe, you need to slow down and notice. So how can we connect more clearly? See, a lot of people ask me that. How can I connect? How can I connect? You are connecting all the time, but you are just not picking up the signs that Spirit is giving you. And I'm going to give you a few little exercises to try over the next week. And I would love for you all to connect in with me, give me feedback or the experiences that you have had during these little exercises. Start your day by asking for a sign. So literally say, Spirit, show me a sign that I'm on the right path today. Then let go. Don't search for those signs. Just stay open to everything that is presented to you that day. Another little exercise I would like you to try. Keep a journal. Write down strange synchronicities, dreams, signs, even the little ones, even the ones that you think, oh, that's pretty insignificant. Write it down. This is how I started doing this work. I kept a journal. In fact, I have many, many years, volumes of journals when I was learning. I'm always learning. I'm still learning. I'll be learning till the day that I cross back over and go back to spirit world. But this was literally my classroom. My journals were my books. Another thing that I would like you to try, make space for stillness. Even 5 minutes of quiet can help you tune in. Spirit needs room to teach you. It's that simple. They can't teach you while you are running around multitasking 5 different things at once, while being on the phone, driving the car, and screaming at the kids at the same time to pick the clothes up off the floor. There is just no way that they can teach you. You need to find some time to sit in the quiet, in the stillness. And as many of you know, I went and took myself off to a meditation retreat not so long ago for a weekend of silence, and I did notice the difference after I came out from that retreat. And it also made me realize that I've gone and started creating a few bad habits with my day-to-day practices, with my connection to spirit, that I had basically forgotten over time. I knew it from the beginning when I did start doing this work, but over time I just sort of let things lapse a little bit, and I needed to come back to base and bring myself back to the present and back to spirit, back to the meditation, the silence. So even 5 minutes a day will make a huge difference. And when we talk about asking for signs, don't be afraid to ask them for something specific. Be specific about what you would like to see. So an example here would be, if this decision is right, show me a butterfly. Spirit will always find a way to answer, and sometimes it just won't be what you expect or how you expect. So this is what I mean by having an open mind and being open to be receiving these signs. Now, when we talk about a butterfly, people automatically go to a living butterfly that flies around. The butterfly could come in many different forms. It could come in the form of an image that you would see pop up on Facebook or Instagram, or you may see it, a picture of a butterfly hanging on a wall, or somebody may be talking about a butterfly in conversation. You could even hear a reference to a butterfly in a song. That is what I mean by being still, slowing down, and being open to be receiving the signs that you are asking for. Now, I'd love to hear from you. Have you ever received a sign that just blew your mind or touched your heart? Send me your stories. I'd love to share some in an upcoming episode to help remind others just how thin the veil really is. And seriously, it really is thin. So thank you for spending this time with me today. It's only a very, very short podcast. If you're feeling disconnected from your guides, your loved ones, or your higher self, please note that they are always around you, still sending you signs, still walking with you. They are there, always. You just need to ask. If you'd like to book a private reading for me or come to one of my events, you'll find all the details in the show notes below. And if this episode resonates with you, please leave a review, share it with someone you love, or tag me on the socials. It helps so much and it really means the world to me. So until next time, stay open, stay grounded, and stay connected.
You have been listening to Linda, the Psychic Pinup. Linda is a psychic medium based on the New South Wales south coast of Australia. You can connect with her via her website, thepsychicpinup.com.au, or join her on her weekly live feeds on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, all under the same name, The Psychic Pinup. Thanks for listening.